Yes, we're back on 67 Hail Hail on YouTube. David Walton and John Reid with me, Hamish Carton. We're looking ahead to Copenhagen on Thursday night. We'll discuss that in a wee second. First of all, I'll do the usual plug. Try and not mention 67 Hail Hail every single time here. Basically, just search Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, which you're obviously on, for 67 Hail Hail, and follow us. Subscribe, like.
Simple as that.
That's it. Job done. Right,
No.
Copenhagen. What were your thoughts on the first leg, first of all?
Right, good result to take back to Celtic Park in the bigger picture. First half performance really good. Could have been more. I don't think 3-0 at half time would have flattered Celtic. It's incredible to say that for an away performance in Europe. Second half, bizarre. I don't know what happened. We just came out, totally dropped the tempo, seemed to get a little bit taken aback by how Copenhagen started playing, who, by the way, I didn't rate at all as a team. They got their goal. It was a good goal. Cham trying to dilly-dally a wee bit, but you know what? I think he can get let off with it. He's been brilliant for us over recent weeks. Still annoyed at McGregor for not playing Edouard in. But whilst the performance, was both halves, the old cliche, and it's a good result in the grand scheme, I still think we should be going to Copenhagen and winning. I just think that they aren't much of a side. I don't think they've got many big threats. They sold their top striker. So there is a wee bit of regret there for me that we aren't taking a more sizable lead to Parkhead. We saw against Cluj how that can sometimes end up in a total freak night. Don't expect that to happen with Copenhagen because, as I said, I think their threats are very limited and I don't think they're very quick.
We're a better team.
And we're a better team, of course. So, yeah.
No, I'm sort of
think,
same with you. Sort of tinged with disappointment. I mean, when's the last time we went away from home in Europe and created so many ridiculously gilt-edged chances? Like,
you know what's pinching yourself.
I know, exaggerating. We should have scored 5. I mean, Edouard could have scored 4. You forget about that one, the one in the first minute, the one like when he was through again, the goal. Then in the second half when Hayes played them in,
that was a great ball.
That was a
the
good
McGregor chance. Forrest had a good chance.
Oh, should have been a rout. Should have been.
But by the same logic, they also did miss a penalty 10 minutes of time. So we could have been looking at a 2-1 defeat.
That still would deserve credit because it's our first away goal in a knockout competition in Europe for knockout phase for 17 years. Since Henrik Larsson against Boavista.
But I do agree with you, John. I think just because it was away from Europe and in the latter stages, I don't think that automatically means we should be.
No, I mean I know.
All the time. I think that
in the latter stages of a European tournament, you're not going to get as many chances. I don't think away from home.
That's what I'm saying. Copenhagen, we did create a lot of chances, and I think we should have won the game pretty comfortably. So, it's no disaster, but that's what I'm saying. I think it was there for the taking to get more out of.
Copenhagen, by the way, they drew with the bottom team in the Danish top flight. Last week I tried to pronounce the team. Will I bother this week?
Okay, go on.
Silkeborg.
That's the way I'm trying to say it as well. Silkeborg.
Danish teams are brutal, aren't they? Like Midtjylland and Silkeborg and
not much better football either, obviously.
Well, Copenhagen are clearly struggling. But obviously this week's game's a big one, so we're going to preview that rather than look back too much. The big question I asked you last week was what formation were we going to play. I think it's fair to say injuries kind of forced their hand in terms of going back to the 4-2-3-1. What do you think we're going to set up and do?
I'm not sure what Lennon would have done if Griffiths was fit last week. I think he might have ended up sticking.
We might find out this week.
This week I'd go 3-5-2.
Like I say,
I don't.
John's got his team in his head, by the way.
Do you think they're going to go with a back four again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think we'll stick with that because we played so well.
Was this a question of what I would do or what I think Lennon will do? Because that differs.
What do you think Lennon will do?
Right, four at the back, probably.
You've got out of jail there, didn't you? Well done.
Aye, but I've got my 3-5-2.
Give us your team then.
Right, so this is my team, right? You've got Foster in your nets, you've got a back three, and I've put Beaton in there instead of Simunovic, just because I think Simunovic has a tendency to be a bit more clumsy in the box than Beaton. People might disagree, but that's just the way I see it. So I've put Beaton in there, Julian and Ayer. Get the midfield five, with Forrest, Brown, Rogic I'm going to play in place of Christie, who's suspended. Cham, Taylor, and your front two, of course, picks itself. Kamala and Bayo.
Where's McGregor?
Oh no, I forgot to put McGregor in. Oh.
And Brown, I don't know if Brown will play either.
Right, take Rogic out and shove McGregor in. Right, there's your midfield five.
I can't believe you've left out Callum McGregor.
Right, all right.
So apart from forgetting about probably our best player of the last 3 seasons, well done, mate. Right, I'll give you Matthew. For the record, I think 4-2-3-1's what he'll do, and I think that's the right thing to do. Forster in nets, back four of Frimpong, Julian,
Why is Frimpong? Why is Frimpong getting back in your team?
Because he's our best right back.
Because
he was woeful in Copenhagen.
Aye, but it was his first European game. And Billers knows that he pulled up any trees.
I thought he was very poor.
I think woeful's harsh. I didn't think he was his best game, but woeful's harsh.
I thought he was really poor, personally.
Right, anyway, Frimpong, Julian, Ayer, Taylor, I think at left back. I think Brown and McGregor will sit. I think Forrest on the right and Cham. El Yunusi, I think, will come in the left, and Edward up top.
So mine's the same as yours. Mine's the same as yours, except I don't know if Brown will play, and I think Beaton will play.
Do you think El Yunusi will start
as well?
I would start El Yunusi.
If Brown is missing, would you not move in Cham back and play Rogic?
I don't know if he will, because I think he likes Cham in that European role. I think El Yunusi should start because he was brilliant in Europe before he got injured, especially against Cluj.
Is El Yunusi playing because it's enforced then for you guys?
Well,
or would you, if Christie was fit, would you have put El Yunusi in regardless?
I think Lenny would play Christie.
I think if if Christie was available, I think El Yunusi wouldn't play.
I think he'd play Christie in that wing position, which I don't like.
On the right? Aye, same as he did in the first leg.
That's how the goal came from.
I know, but it's not his best position.
Isn't he? But I mean, then you're trying to fit Brown, McGregor and Cham in as well, aren't you? I mean, if you're going to play...
But if the three of them are fit, they'll always start, though, that's the thing.
I don't know if El Yunusi's shown enough, though, to sort of merit jumping in the second leg.
Right. Predictions.
For the score?
Yeah, well.
The
weather.
Snow.
2-0.
I think we'll win 3-0.
Aye, 3-0, same here.
Who's your scorers whilst we're at it?
I think Edward will score. I think McJulian will score. I think James Forrest might score.
Edward, McGregor. 2 for Edward and 1 for McGregor.
I'll go with a McGregor hat-trick since he never made my team there.
2-0 win?
That's
and an eligible win.
McGregor brace and a 2-0 win.
Fantastic. Right, I just wanted to talk, just before we finish the video, just a wee thought I was having on how far you think we can go in this Europa League. And obviously this could be, come back to haunt us Friday morning. Folk could be looking at this and laughing at our 3 ugly mugs and having a go at us. But I do think there's a real opportunity for us to go far in this tournament. We were talking off air or through there about, some of the teams that could be in this last 16. You're going to have one of Braga or Rangers, who I know Braga have had decent form, but, if they're losing at Ibrox, they're obviously not that good. One of them is going to be in the last 16. Yeah. Alkmaar or a team called Lask Linz, one of them is going to be in the last 16. Ajax are struggling to make it. Salzburg look out, basically, after losing 4-1 against Frankfurt. This, for me, the last 16, and hopefully, touch wood, we get there, doesn't look as formidable as it did maybe last year. Last year, you had the likes of Valencia, Zenit, Napoli, teams like that in it. This year, who do we really fear? Inter Milan, you would fear, but then again, they're behind Lazio in the table.
Are you trying Frankfurt?
Frankfurt would definitely fear. The English teams, Wolves, I think you'd fear. Probably
Arsenal beat Frankfurt, though, didn't they?
In the group
stage. Basel as well.
Teams, but would you fear Basel, really?
No, but they're the sort of team you wouldn't fear, and they might do a number on us, I think.
No, I mean, I get that, but what
listen, many of them could do a number on us.
What I'm saying is, I don't know, folk are thinking we get through this round, we're guaranteed, a tough game. We could get through this round and get, an Alkmaar or something like that. I honestly think this team can go quite far. I think we might be
as usual.
I might regret saying that.
Well, I mean, as usual, it's all about the draw. The old cliches are true, but I mean...
I just feel the way we played, and I know Copenhagen aren't that great a team, but the way we played in that first half was unbelievable.
I know, see if you think about it,
totally agree.
I think we'll get through it, but if we didn't, it'd be a right good disappointment. It'd be sort of comparable to the time, was it Mönchengladbach came and beat us 2-0 at Parkhead under that great Celtic manager, Brendan Rodgers. Aye, I mean, unfortunately for reasons I'm not going to miss the game, but if I find out that we've lost to Copenhagen at home,
I don't think
I'll drew or two or something.
I mean,
how
you'd start to think there was a curse, wouldn't you, in this round of the competition, but no, I think this Celtic team...
We've ended one hoodoo by finally scoring away from home in the knockout rounds. So hopefully we can get to the last 16 of this tournament for the first time since then as well.
I agree with Hamish. I think there's endless opportunity for Celtic in this competition. I really do. I think we're looking great. I think the European sense have improved so much.
Other than getting an Inter Milan or a Wolves or an Arsenal in the next round, which fair enough, you chance your arm if you get that. But if we were to get a Basel or something like that, I'm telling you, it's going to be tough, and it'd probably be a 50-50 tie. I'd fancy our chances. I think that's a really good Celtic
I
team.
should be fearing Basel.
Anyway, draw is what, 12 Friday?
12 and Friday.
Yes.
Hopefully we're in it. Of course, we'll have reaction this time next week. If we are, we'll be hopefully looking at another European team and thinking what could happen for Celtic, because the games will be coming thick and fast after that.
Yep.
Later on this week, we've got loads of good stuff. Tomorrow, Lee Griffiths thing will be dropping. We're going to chat about his resurgence in a Celtic shirt. Quadruple treble chat's going to dictate the play on Thursday, and then Friday we're on a wee Scottish Cup special as well. And as I said at the start, if you've not yet followed us, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc., 67 Hail Hail on all three of those platforms. Give it a go. Thank you, David. Thank you, John. Thank you, Hamish. Goodbye.